You are watching the movie Mirror. This is a story from the future where we see a new world that has expanded into two parts. One part is known as the offshore. This part is inhabited by wealthy people who have everything they need. They can do whatever they want and are given complete freedom. The other part is for the poor, where they neither have enough food to eat nor a decent home to live in. These people live in slums, and their lives are far from luxuries and are full of hardships. However, they are given a chance to change their lives. After this, they can become part of the offshore, but for this, they must be 20 years old. After turning 20, they have to go through a selection process. The people living in the offshore select only 300 people from this large population who can live on the offshore. The remaining people are those who fail to get selected end up living in slums and living among the poor. So everyone wanted to go to offshore. Then, an announcement was made that the 104 procedure was about to begin, meaning that the process had already been completed by 103. Next, we see a girl named Michelle, who had registered to go to offshore and now had to reach the location within 20 minutes where the offshore selection test was about to begin. All the people registered for the past 20 years begin arriving at that location. Each of these people has a special device behind their ear that glows a red light. This is a kind of entry pass so that those who have registered for this test can be easily identified. This device is given to them by offshore only after registration. After this, Michelle tells her friend she arrives at the test location with her husband. A short while later, the chief appears and informs everyone that the selection will be conducted with utmost honesty, that no one will be cheated. He also emphasizes the importance of this selection and offshore life, stating that only 3 of them will go offshore. After the speech is over, a woman approaches the chief, claiming to be a new employee. She tells him, "I've come here to check your work and I've been sent here by higher authorities to catch your mistakes." The chief didn't like anyone interfering in his work, but he couldn't ignore the higher authorities, so he didn't say anything to her. Afterward, the interview begins, where many people are rejected and sent back to their slum life. Clearing this interview was quite difficult. Here we see Michelle, who has many problems. Personal questions were being asked. Michelle mentioned her boyfriend, saying he had also taken the test last year, but he never returned, implying he had gone offshore. The interviewer replied that it wasn't necessarily true that he had gone offshore. He might have died or something bad had happened to him. The interviewer then asked Michelle to remove her boyfriend's last memento, a necklace. Michelle took it off and placed it there, passing her emotional test. Next, we see a boy named Marco whose entire family had passed the test and gone offshore, so he was confident he would also go offshore. Marco's confidence level was quite high. Seeing Marco's confidence, he was also selected. Then we see a boy named Alex who wanted to go offshore at any cost, so he continued without stopping. He keeps talking and wants to clear this first round at any cost. But his behavior doesn't sit well with the interviewer and he is eliminated in the first round itself. Alex says that the entire system is flawed and that the selection process is utterly useless. Hearing this, Alex is eliminated. Next, we see a girl named Jana, who was the smartest and most intelligent among the contestants and spoke very little. Because of this intelligence, she is also selected. Everyone was physically and mentally healthy except for Fernando, who couldn't walk. But because of his bravery and courage, he also clears the first round. Meanwhile, the people on offshore receive news that their enemy, the rebellious group, has sent one of their men to the secret selection test. The people on offshore quickly discover the spy and treat him very badly, torturing him so much that he reveals the truth and reveals that, in addition to him, there is another spy here, who is providing minute-to-minute information to the rebellious group. Next, we see the rebellious group, the biggest enemy of offshore. This group wanted to break down the barrier between rich and poor. This group believed that if everyone is equal, then why should the poor face so many difficulties? Afterward, the selected individuals are taken to another room for the second round. They are made to stand in a line by number. Then, one by one, the devices behind their ears are thoroughly checked to ensure that no one has come here with a fake device. The device is checked, but then the young woman's attention falls on the ear of the boy standing in front of her. This boy's name was Raphael. The young woman sees that he has a device in his ear. It's not a device, but rather some kind of stretches, which means this boy named Raphael came here by deception. Joanna doesn't tell anyone about this boy yet, and when it's Raphael's turn to be scanned, he passes the scanning test, meaning he had a device in his ear. Seeing this, Joanna's suspicions increase even more. After this, all the selected people are sent to another room where a large number of blocks are placed on a table. Using these blocks, they have to make 9 cubes. They are given only 10 minutes. The time starts and everyone starts making cubes quickly. But Fernando, being physically unstable, can't reach the blocks. Seeing this, Michelle helps him and gives him several blocks, so Fernando also starts making cubes. Time is about to run out, but so far Michelle has only made 8. Seeing that the cubes are made, Fernando makes a cube for Michelle, and it completes 9. Raphael was also missing 1 cube, so he steals his partner's cube to complete them. Raphael passes the second round as well. Although he won this round by cheating, he is still passed. However, the others criticize Raphael and beat him severely, causing him serious injuries. Seeing this, everyone realizes their mistake. But Juana doesn't show sympathy. Instead, she comes to Raphael and says, "You have to help me, or I'll tell the authorities that you came here by deceit." Here, we see a new employee who comes to check the chief's work. She wants to find fault with the chief's work by any means necessary to get him fired from his position so she can take over. We see 2 of them, whom an offshore employee suspected, so she takes them with her to investigate and asks which of them is with the rebellious group. If neither of them confesses, they'll both be killed. When the employee leaves the room, Michelle tells her friend, "We have to kill him." So, when the employee arrives, Michelle's friend attacks her, but Michelle herself doesn't do it because she wanted to save herself by implicating her friend. Michelle was a member of this rebellious group. Her friend is killed, and Michelle moves on to the next round. Here, we learn that last year it wasn't her boyfriend who came here, but her brother. Now, she's come here to meet him and also wants to bridge the gap between poverty and wealth. Next, we see Fernando, where we learn about his past. Fernando has had a problem with his legs since childhood. He was a child, and his father had taken great care of him from the beginning. Fernando's father had assured him that he could pass the test, and then, when he went offshore, he would be treated. He would be able to stand on his own feet and have a good life. After this, Fernando underwent a physical examination. The doctor pricked his legs with a needle to test them, which Fernando felt. Today, Fernando felt pain for the first time. The doctor said that if he passed all the rounds and was selected for offshore, his legs could be treated offshore and he would be able to walk. Now, they were all sent to a room for the next test round. When they arrived, they saw a table with 4 mannequins on it. Each had different expressions on their faces, each one different according to their condition. Faces were made with expressions. All of these people are given the task of looking at the expressions of these 4 mannequins and explaining their condition. Why they made such faces, what happened to them in the past. Now everyone starts making up a story in their own way using the expressions. Given their ideas, Fernando first carefully examines the mannequin of a girl and then explains that this girl has been poisoned because she was a guest in this house with her husband. In fact, this woman was in a relationship with the man kept with her, whose house she had come to as a guest. But this man's wife found out about their affair and poisoned this woman. That's why this woman is looking at her boyfriend with a shocking expression. Everyone is very happy to hear Fernando's story because they liked it very much, but Raphael calls it useless. And then he presents a new story in which Raphael says that this lady is allergic to silver, so all the other mannequins are wearing silver items, but this lady is wearing a glass ring and a wooden necklace. This lady is looking at the other man because he is a doctor. She is asking him for help. When they check the drawer, they find diagrams of the human body, meaning the man was indeed a doctor. However, the story Raphael told didn't match the lady's expression. Raphael is unable to answer this question. Then, the young woman, who is the most intelligent, says that this lady is blind, so there is no expression on her face. When she checks this lady's drawer, she finds a book for the blind, meaning Joanna's story was correct. Thus, they pass this round as well. The chief also sees all this. He then tells the new female employee to keep an eye on everyone. "I'm leaving for a while on some errands. This female employee keeps an eye on the chief and sees him changing his clothes in a slum area. The chief, seeing the green light on the camera, realizes that the employee is keeping an eye on him, but the employee is unable to produce any evidence against the chief. They are then taken to a room where they are given 6 sciences. There were 7 of them, meaning they had to eliminate one person. But they don't know which one they will eliminate. Raphael says, "I have a coin. I can go out." But the one who doesn't have a coin attacks Raphael, and a fight ensues. Then the boy asks for a vote. Everyone votes against Raphael, but Michelle insists that Joanna be eliminated because she was smart and could foil Michelle's plan. Hearing this, Joanna looks at Raphael. Joanna knew the truth about Raphael. So Raphael takes Joanna's side and asks to have Fernando eliminated because he wasn't physically well. Fernando says, "I can recover offshore." Then, they decide to eliminate one person with a ribbon, saying, "Whoever has the shortest ribbon will be eliminated." The shortest ribbon goes to Juana. While leaving the room, Juana steals a coin from someone and wins. The movie ends there.